So, what do we have in store for you today? Well, again, we're joined by our friend and colleague, Kees Hollander, who's our European Technical Service Coordinator. So, morning, Kees.
Good morning, Rich. Thank you.
How you doing? You good?
Pretty well. Yeah, can't complain today. Hope
Good.
you do as well.
I'm doing all right. Thank you.
Perfect.
So, what subject, I hear you ask? What are we going to talk about today? We can all read the data sheet, but we want all those hints, tricks and tips. So, Kees, let's have it. Warts and all, what are we going to talk about?
Today, we're going to talk about the newest addition in the top coat range, which is Allcraft CS.
Excellent. So, let me just get some notes. So, we have got some questions here. We have sort of prepared. It's pretty unfair to fire everything at Kees unknowingly. So, I've got probably 9 questions, maybe, Kees, on this one. So, let's have a look at the most popular ones. So, what people have talked about, they've actually said, what is the trend in top coats at the moment?
That's a good question, actually. We see a trend where more requests are coming by for customers who don't want the ultimate amount of gloss in their coatings. And like you see in the car industry as well, for example, the Mercedes AMGs with the flat finishes, they look really cool. But we have also seen this happening on the decks of yachts, for instance. So you don't have so much glare from the sunlight directed in your face. So we see a trend coming by on different kind of gloss levels in the top coats.
Okay, so what have AkzoNobel done to meet the demands? I believe this is a new top coat, right?
Exact. It's a completely new top coat. We used to have the flattening agent, which we still have in the range, but we think to meet the criteria from our customers that we needed a product which is more robust and which can offer way more color as well. And that's exactly why we developed the Awlcraft CS, which is a clear coat. It's standing on its own. It's being delivered in 2 bases, one medium gloss base and one low gloss base. If you combine those bases in a certain ratio, you can alter the amount of gloss. And as this is a clear coat, it means it's actually developed for Allcraft SE. So it also enables you to a color range with over 16,000 colors, but now in different kind of gloss levels as well, which is quite cool.
So you can put that finish on any of the SE. So you could put it on a pearl, effectively on a metallic, a solid color, whatever you wanted to do.
You get it. Yep.
That's pretty cool. So you've answered a few of those there, actually. So thanks for that. But what we want to know, let's hit the applicator. What do they need to know about the product? What are those sort of special hints, tips or tricks for laying down that product successfully?
Also a good question. Well, like we said, it's a special effect coating that also emphasizes the right route you should take, because the product is quite quick. The overcoating time is limited. If you're doing small components, it has a flash of 15 minutes, but then you only have 15 minutes of overcoating. So you need to really take that into your mind, take the right route in order to spray everything, because it won't pick up the overspray as well as glossy coatings do. Okay. If you're doing big parts, then the overcoating time is more than enough, because the overcoating time will then be 6 hours. So you do your first pass, you wait 6 hours, and you do the second pass. And that's when the application is completed. In order to win some time for yourself with the application, to get a proper wet application, my personal preference is to take a bit of a bigger tip size than you're used to. So if you're usually taking a 1.1, I recommend going to a 1.2 or a 1.3 even. And that's definitely a tip.
So it wets the product out, effectively, helps wet the product out
helps
more.
You wet the product out. Otherwise, you have a hard time getting it wet out.
Okay, so just to summarize on that, I guess, Kees, what you're saying is small components, you have a 30-minute window, effectively. You can put the second coat on up to 30 minutes. But if you hit that 30 minutes, then it's 30 minutes and then 6 hours is the next time you can overcoat. So large projects. So like a painter, because everyone in the world's going to go, oh man, this is going to kill me. But so from a painter's point of view, you're almost better off. I'm guessing you've got that 24-hour chemical adhesion. So you're almost better off doing your base coat the day before, laying all the colours down, coming in first thing in the morning, doing your first coat of Allcraft CS, and then the second coat in the second half of the day, effectively. That gives you that 6 hours.
Correct.
Okay. One of the other ones that actually, this is one from me. Sorry, I'm going to throw a curveball in here. But one of the other ones is maintaining a flat coat. We hear about that a lot. Or what do you do? Because, you know, in my eyes, you can't polish it, you can't compound it, because you're going to put from what I've seen, and I've seen this with fender rub, you get a shiny spot, right, where you're rubbing. What do you recommend just for maintenance?
The best way is to just use clean water and a very soft maroon in order to wipe it clean. There are some products in the market, but I think with every product you take a risk of incorporating waxes and all that stuff in order to make it. It will make it more shiny, actually. So
yeah,
I would stick to water.
And I think it's fair to say, if you contact your local technical service or sales guy, there are guidances from AkzoNobel on matte finishes, but these are sort of last minute guidances where you might do an alcohol wipe or something. This isn't general maintenance. This is maybe if you've got bird lime or sort of what I'm trying to think of the right words, but where it's been affected by environmental conditions. So
one product, by the way, that actually works, but you need to take it cautiously as well, as with any product, is the International Super Cleaner, by the way.
Okay, that's good to know. So if you've got any really nasty marks on there, that's probably one of the ones that you would try. But I'm guessing, you know, take note of the dilution on the bottle. You need to dilute it with water. Okay, so I think I'm pretty well through all my questions, unless there's anything else that you wanted to add on there.
In terms of information, I think we have covered everything. There's one thing I want to add, because the product has already hit the shelves, so customers are able to order it. But if for whatever reason they want to have a play with the product in our white packs, that's of course also possible, but then please contact the local service representative in order to plan an appointment for that.
Yeah, and actually it's worth mentioning where you said it's hit the shelves. The market availability is in Europe, and then we're expanding into North America and Asia Pacific later in 2021, just so people are aware of what's going on. But Kees, thank you. Actually, you reminded me on that one, something I should add in. So with that in mind, I just want to thank you for all joining another AkzoNobel Yacht Coffee and Coatings chat. To find out more on the subject, please go to allgrip.com or yachtpaint.com, and make sure that you guys follow us on social media for more tips and tricks. See you again in a couple of weeks, and cheers.
Thank you. Bye-bye.